Call the roll, please.
Chairman Latour.
Here.
Vice Chair Stebbins. Here. Commissioner Berry.
Here.
Commissioner Brock.
Here.
Commissioner Bynum.
Here.
Commissioner Hamilton. Commissioner Haynes. Commissioner May. Commissioner Ramon.
Here.
Commissioner Thomas. And Commissioner Vogel.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. You've seen the minutes. Welcome a motion on their approval.
I move for approval of the, I'm sorry, approval of the minutes from the meeting on
May 9th.
May 9th, with all staff comments and conditions.
A motion and a second. If you're in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. If you're opposed. Monty, would you present the consent agenda, please?
Following is a consent agenda for the Little Rock Planning Commission, Planning Rezoning Conditional Use Hearing of June 20th, 2019. You have two items on consent deferral. Item number 3, file number Z8827A, Escarcega Church, Revised Conditional Use Permit, 6523 Hinkson Road. The applicant failed to complete the required notifications to surrounding property owners. Therefore, staff recommends the application be deferred to the August 1st, 2019 agenda. Item number 7, Z9423, Second and Louisiana Commercial Parking Lot, Conditional Use Permit, 200 South Louisiana Street. On June 13th, the applicant submitted a letter to staff requesting this application be deferred to the August 1st, 2019 agenda. Staff supports that request. Next are the items on consent approval. Item number 1, Z3960B, a rezoning from C3 to C4, 7305 Cantrell Road. Staff recommends approval of the requested C4 rezoning. Item number 2, Z5931B, Lewis Street Church of Christ, Revised Conditional Use Permit, 2716 South Lewis Street. Staff recommends approval of the requested CUP, including building setback variances, subject to compliance with the following conditions: compliance with the comments and conditions outlined in sections 4, 5, and 6 of the agenda staff report. All site lighting must be low level and directed away from adjacent property. The dumpster area must be screened as per ordinance requirements. Screen shall exceed the height of the dumpster by at least 2 feet and not exceed 8 feet in total height. Signage for the church facility will be as per section 36553 of the code, which are signs permitted in office zones. The proposed canopy over the circular driveway must remain unenclosed on its north, south, and east sides. And prior to a building permit being issued for the future nursery addition, the utility and drainage easement, which is the former West 28th Street right-of-way, must be abandoned, and the existing storm drain within the easement must be rerouted to the box culvert. You also received a letter of support on this one from the Hope Neighborhood Association. Next is item number 4, Z9420, Sing Convenience Store Conditional Use Permit, 3900 West 65th Street. Staff recommends approval of the requested CUP, including setback and buffer variances, subject to compliance with the following conditions: compliance with the comments and conditions outlined in sections 4, 5, and 6 of the agenda staff report. All site lighting must be low level and directed away from adjacent property. The dumpster area must be screened as per ordinance requirements. Screen shall exceed the height of the dumpster by at least 2 feet and not exceed 8 feet total height. Signage for the development will be as per section 36554 of the code. This would be signs permitted in industrial zones. A formal cross-access easement document must be filed with the county prior to a building permit being issued, and the City Beautiful Commission must approve any landscape variance prior to a building permit being issued. Item number 5, Z9421, Mendoza Multi-Sectional Manufactured Home Conditional Use Permit, 9327 Lanehart Road. Staff recommends approval of the requested CUP, subject to compliance with the following conditions: compliance with the comments and conditions outlined in sections 5 and 6 of the agenda staff report, compliance with the siting criteria as found in section 36254D5 of the code. A concrete apron is required for the proposed driveway with a maximum width of 20 feet running from the edge of pavement of Lanehart Road to the front property line. And the gravel driveway and parking pad must be bordered with permanent materials such as landscape timbers or metal edging. And item number 6, Z9422, Pier Duplex Conditional Use Permit, 107 South Valentine Street. Staff recommends approval of the requested CUP, subject to compliance with the comments and conditions outlined in sections 5 and 6 of the agenda staff report. That concludes the consent agenda.
You've heard the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve it?
I move for approval of the consent agenda with all staff comments and conditions.
Is there a second? Second. Been moved and seconded. Do we approve the consent agenda? All in favor, raise your right hand. Those opposed, no. The consent agenda is passed. You guys spend a lot of money on the signs. Give us a big wave of the Lewis. There you go. All right. With that, there's no real other business to come before us. I would make an announcement that we will have an informal meeting on August 18th, and we'll tour the John Barrow Ward 6.
That is August 15th.
15th. Oh, good. Well, I'll be at the right day then, August 15th. But there will be whenever your calendar next says informal, that's when it'll be, but August 15th. So mark your calendar for an informal meeting. Is there any other comments? If not, we stand adjourned. Thank you very much.